The year is 31 BC. Rome, a titan of the ancient world, was tearing itself apart. The fate of an empire hung precariously in the balance, a struggle between two titans, the calculating Octavian and the charismatic Antony. But this was no ordinary clash of Roman legions. Antony had thrown his lot in with the alluring Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, and their combined might formed a colossal naval force. On the shimmering waters off Actium, in Greece, these two massive fleets converged. Then, in a moment that would echo through millennia, Cleopatra's ships, against all expectation, broke formation and fled. Antony inexplicably followed, abandoning his fleet and his destiny. Octavian's victory was swift and absolute, a naval triumph that sealed the end of the Roman Republic and ushered in the dawn of the Roman Empire. Imagine the year is 1781. In a quiet corner of Bath, England, an amateur astronomer named William Herschel is meticulously scanning the vast canvas of the night sky. His telescope, a testament to his dedication, reveals wonders unseen for millennia. But then, something peculiar catches his eye. Not a star, with its steady twinkle, nor a fleeting comet. This object moved, slowly, deliberately, across the darkness. Herschel's initial observations sparked a frenzy of calculation and verification. What he had found, beyond the orbits of Saturn and the wildest dreams of astronomers before him, was extraordinary. It was not just a new celestial body, it was a planet, the first planet ever discovered using a telescope, forever expanding our understanding of the cosmos and irrevocably changing the map of our own solar system. In the autumn of 1571, beneath the vast expanse of the Mediterranean sky, a clash of titans was about to unfold. In the Gulf of Patras, the fate of empires hung precariously in the balance. Before them, the formidable Ottoman fleet, its crescent banners a symbol of an ascendant power, stretched as far as the eye could see. But arrayed against them stood the Holy League, a desperate alliance of Christian navies united by a shared threat. Then the sea erupted. Hundreds of galleys, like ancient beasts, lunged at one another. The air filled with the deafening roar of cannons, the acrid bite of gunpowder smoke, and the terrifying screams of men locked in brutal, hand-to-hand combat. Decks ran crimson with blood, a testament to the desperate, ferocious fight for survival. When the smoke finally cleared, the Ottoman tide had been irrevocably broken. It was a decisive victory, a moment that allowed Europe, for a vital breath, to exhale. In the vast Australian outback, a conflict unlike any other was about to erupt. Not between nations, but between man and bird. The year was 1932. And the enemy? Over 20,000 emus, their numbers exploding and their appetites devastating farmland. Farmers, desperate and armed with machine guns, declared war. But these feathered adversaries proved surprisingly elusive. They scattered, outmaneuvered the soldiers, and even seemed to mock their efforts. The military, accustomed to traditional warfare, found themselves outmatched by nature's resilience. Despite valiant efforts, the machine guns were often ineffective, and the emus, in their sheer numbers and surprising tactics, ultimately won the day, forcing a humiliating withdrawal. The Emu War became a peculiar footnote in history, a stark reminder that sometimes, even the most advanced technology can be no match for the wild. Dublin Castle. 1907. A city buzzing with anticipation for a royal visit, the arrival of King Edward VII. But as the grand celebrations drew near, a shadow fell over the preparations. The magnificent Irish crown jewels, symbols of centuries of history, vanished without a trace. Tucked away in the secure Bedford Tower, locked and guarded, they simply disappeared. This wasn't a simple theft. It was a daring act, a colossal scandal that rocked the very foundations of the establishment. Whispers of conspiracy swirled, fingers pointed at a disgraced nobleman's nephew, yet no one was ever caught. and the jewels themselves remain lost to this day, a tantalizing mystery that continues to haunt Ireland's past. For centuries, Ireland had chafed under British rule, a simmering resentment that finally boiled over in the tumultuous year of 1798. Inspired by the revolutions sweeping across America and France, a secret society known as the United Irishmen, advocating for a free and independent republic, ignited a rebellion that would shake the very foundations of the British Empire. Their daring gamble saw Catholic, Protestant, and dissenter fighting side by side, a rare moment of unity against the common oppressor. Yet, the uprising, though fierce, was brutally suppressed. The fight for Irish independence, however, had been irrevocably ignited, its embers glowing, promising future struggles that would echo through generations. In the Roaring Twenties, a time of unprecedented prosperity and simmering social unrest, two Italian immigrant anarchists, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, found themselves at the heart of a trial that would ignite controversy and echo through generations. Accused of a payroll robbery and murder in Braintree, Massachusetts, the evidence was shaky, relying heavily on eyewitness accounts and questionable ballistics. Yet, fueled by anti-immigrant sentiment and a deep suspicion of radical political beliefs, the prosecution pressed on. The trial became a global cause célèbre, a symbol for those who believed Sacco and Vanzetti were victims of injustice, persecuted for their ideologies. Despite widespread protests and mounting doubts, they were ultimately executed in 1927, leaving behind a legacy that continues to question the very foundations of justice and the price of dissent.